In a bustling corner of Lagos, a young woman named Esther, aged 24, ran a modest food stall, cobbled together from worn planks and rusty iron sheets, shaded by a sprawling tree where locals gathered to eat her simple dishes of rice, beans, and yam porridge. Despite her patched clothes and tattered slippers, Esther's warm smile greeted every customer with a cheerful good afternoon. Welcome. She rose before dawn to cook, her hands swift but her heart heavy with the loneliness of having lost her parents young, living in a dim, cramped room without electricity or clean water, sustained only by her quiet dreams. One day, her friend Mama Titty teased, "Esther, why do you smile when life is so hard?" Esther's reply was soft but firm. Crying won't fill my pot. Though she had little, she often fed those who couldn't pay, unaware that her life was about to shift forever. Each afternoon, a frail man in a creaky wheelchair known to Esther as Papa J appeared near her stall, his bandaged legs and torn clothes drawing sneers and whispers from passers-by who mocked his appearance or called him mad. Esther never turned away. She saw only a person in need. One scorching day when Papa J admitted he hadn't eaten in 2 days, Esther gave him her last plate of beans and yam, meant for herself, saying simply, "Eat, Papa J." His trembling hands took the spoon, his eyes glistening as he ate, while others questioned why she bothered with that beggar. Esther's answer was always the same. If I were in his place, wouldn't I want kindness too? Day after day, Papa J came, never begging, just sitting silently by her stall, and faithful always shared her food with a smile, whether it was rice or jollof with a sliver of meat. One afternoon, a sleek black car pulled up, and a sharply dressed man stepped out, his polished shoes gleaming, his gaze fixed not on Esther, but on Papa J, watching him with an odd intensity before ordering a plate of jollof rice and driving off without another word. The next morning, Papa J didn't appear. Hours passed, then days, and Esther's heart grew heavy, her usual smile fading as she asked neighbors, vendors, and passers-by if they'd seen the man in the wheelchair, but no one had. Her worry deepened. Something felt wrong. On the 4th day, as she sliced onions at her stall, another black car arrived, and a man in a red cap handed her a brown envelope with a curt instruction. Read it. Tell no one. Inside was a note with just a few words. Green Hill Hotel, 4 p.m. from a friend. Esther's hand shook. She'd never been to a hotel, but something urged her to go. At 3:30 p.m., she locked her stall, whispered a prayer, and took a tricycle to the towering Green Hill Hotel, its glass facade and grand entrance like something from another world. A guard checked her note and ushered her inside, where a man in a black suit led her through a quiet hall to a tall door. Heart pounding, she stepped inside and froze. There was Papa J, but not as she knew him. His wheelchair was polished, his clothes crisp with gold buttons, his face clean and calm. "Esther, come in," he said softly. She stammered, "Papa J, is that you?" He smiled. "My name is Chief George, and I'm a billionaire." Esther sat as he explained. He owned companies, built schools and hospitals, but disguised himself as a beggar to find genuine kindness in a world full of pretense. Esther's selfless acts, feeding him without expectation, had touched him deeply. Each year he chose 10 people with pure hearts to transform their lives, and Esther was one. Then, to her shock, he stood from the wheelchair, revealing he could walk, a test to see who would care for someone who seemed broken. Tears streamed down Esther's face. She'd helped him not for reward, but because it felt right. Chief George led her outside to a convoy of gleaming SUVs, driving her through the city to a stunning building, a luxurious restaurant with marble walls, gold-handled doors, and a sign reading Esther's Place, home of sweet meals. Handing her the keys, he said, "This is yours." Inside, the shining floors, plush chairs, and sparkling kitchen left her speechless. "You fed me when you had nothing," he said. "Now, kings and queens will eat here." Overwhelmed, Esther knelt, tears of gratitude falling. From that day, she became the owner of a grand restaurant, managing a team of chefs and waiters while sitting in an office with her name on the door. Yet her heart remained unchanged. She launched Esther's Food Love, a charity sending trucks to feed the hungry across Lagos. Children, the elderly, the forgotten, handing out warm meals with the same smile she once gave. Papa J. When a worker asked why she did it, she touched her heart and said, "Kindness brought me here. I must give it back." As she watched people eat under the soft sun, she whispered thanks to Chief George. Her life forever changed, but her spirit as kind as ever. This story reminds us that true kindness, given without expectation, can open doors to unimagined blessings. Share your thoughts below, and stay tuned for another inspiring tale. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss it. Thank you for listening, and see you in the next story.